Hey, I actually have an MBA. I went to business school, and while I met some great people there and made some great networks, I can't say that the practical takeaways were all that valuable. Business Made Simple actually teaches you practical skills that you can put to work today. And if you want to get your mind blown at the value, it's only $275 per year. So get access to this platform at bmsu.mitchalverson.com. Go there, check it out, and sign up. You're listening to the Daily Business Podcast with your business coach, Mitch Alverson. This is the place for daily coaching because when you have a coach, you get better results. All right. Good day, everybody. It's June the 10th, and it also happens to be my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you, man. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do today is we just finished the value-driven professional series, okay? And we're going through the book Business Made Simple. So if you don't have the book yet, this is the perfect time to get it. Just go to Amazon, put in Business Made Simple, Donald Miller, buy the book. Then you can follow along with us. The first few episodes are all on how to be a value-driven professional. And so today I thought I'd just recap a little bit. In episode 2, we talked about seeing yourself as an economic product on the open market. And the key thought there, or the controlling idea, was that value-driven professionals see themselves as an economic product on the open market. And the thinking is, what kind of return are you producing? The people that hired you, do they get at least a 5x return on you, on what they pay you? And if not, why not? I mean, we'll see. It's really a mindset thing, right? How are you thinking about that? Are you looking at yourself as an economic product on the open market? And we were reminded by Andy Grove in that entry that as a general rule, you have to accept that no matter where you work, you are not an employee. You're in business with one employee, yourself. You're in a competition with millions of similar businesses. There are millions of others all over the world picking up the pace, capable of doing the same work that you can do, and perhaps more eager to do it. And that's from the day one entry in Business Made Simple. And then the next episode, we talked about seeing yourself as a hero and not a victim. And, again, we're back to mindset. But overall, when you wake up, are you a hero or are you a victim? And, that one is just let's just do a little bit of self-awareness check. Are you having a pity party? Is it, woe is me? Man, nobody wants to come to a pity party. So if that's what's going on, be honest with yourself, and then figure out why that's happening. Because there's always, two sides of the coin, and you can easily flip it. And let's be positive. Let's take the hero role and not the victim. In the next episode, we talked about how a value-driven professional knows how to de-escalate drama. We talked about save the drama for your mama. And so it's basic, man. It's clear. I don't need to explain that. Nobody wants to be around that. So if that's who you are, if that's what you're up to, you need to figure that out, because it's not going to take you very far. Okay. There are certain situations where drama is needed. And it kind of is a scale, like depending on, how big the situation is, maybe the drama is bigger. But most of the time we really don't need that. The next episode, we talked about accepting feedback as a gift. And the controlling idea is that a value-driven professional knows feedback is a gift. So when we accept feedback, we do two things. We're improving our social ability and our professional ability. So it doesn't matter if it's at work or at home, you need to be able to take feedback. So, this is a tough one. It's a muscle that you're going to have to constantly exercise. It's really a practice in humility of accepting feedback from others. One second here. I'm finishing up clarifying a message using the StoryBrand 7-part framework. You know what's cool though? You can do the same thing. There's going to be a live stream on July 19th and 20th where you can clarify your message so that your customers will engage. Guys, this is a 2-day workshop, live stream with StoryBrand. These guys don't do anything half-a, okay? I am a StoryBrand certified guide, but these live streams are legit, okay? You're going to get virtual coaching from a guide like me. I can't promise that you'll get me, but you might. But yeah, it's 2 days of full-on live stream coaching, and at the end, you're going to create the only 7 messages you need to grow revenue for your business. You'll be clarifying your marketing in just 48 hours. And know, this is the big part, you're going to know you're doing it right. You're going to leave this live stream confident that you're doing things the right way. So sign up for the live stream. The link is in the show notes. All right? Big darn deal. Use that link. It means a lot to me if you do. So the cool thing, you don't have to fly. You don't have to buy any plane tickets. You don't have to do any of that stuff. They're going to deliver all this goodness, marketing goodness, right through the power of live streaming through the wonderful World Wide Web. So guys, sign up in the show notes. Do it. You'll be glad you did. Okay, back. Day 5 in the Business Made Simple book is value-driven professionals know the right way to engage in conflict. And I talked in that episode, I'm an Enneagram 9, and I don't really like conflict, but in the book, Don says conflict avoidant people rarely chose to lead. So what does that mean for me and for you and for anybody else? We need to be able to know, we need to know how to engage conflict the right way. And one of the things, I don't know where I heard this, but I always want to try and have the lowest heart rate in the room. So if there's conflict, I want to be, cool hand Luke and be able to, engage the person or the situation in a good, healthy way, right? In the book, Don tells us, gives us, some tips there. 1 is expect conflict. 2 is control your emotions. 3 is affirm the person you're confronting. And 4, understand you could be wrong. So a value-driven professional knows how to manage conflict. In day 6 in the book, a value-driven professional wants to be trusted and respected more than they want to be liked. So this is another one of those muscles that's not really normal and natural. Like we all want to be liked. So sometimes that can bleed into our work relationships where it shouldn't. And so Don's reminding us here to want to be trusted and respected more than liked. Day 7 in the book, have a bias toward action. I love this one. Love it a lot because it's, a person who is more apt to do stuff is going to win more than the person who isn't. So I'm not saying, you could just do stuff. but do the right stuff, do smart stuff. What I'm saying really is don't plan, or don't hear a good, you learn a new framework. Let's say you go to the StoryBrand messaging workshop, right? And you're going to learn some awesome stuff there. But if you don't put it into practice, guess what? It's not going to work. So, and here's the thing that I know about a lot of people is they won't. And so let's say you're, you're in competition. Let's say you're a roofer and you learn a good, clear messaging framework along with some really cool SEO tactics. Well, if you go put those into practice, the chances of you being more successful than your competition are extremely high. Why? Because most people aren't going to do the work. They're just not. So if you're out there, beating the pavement, doing things, you're going to be more successful. Day 8, do not choose to be confused. And I love this one again. A lot of times we'll say we're confused about a work situation or a decision that we know needs to be made. And we're not really confused at all. We're probably afraid of doing the thing that we know needs to be done. And so we need to address the fear. Don gives us, usually one of 3 reasons why we choose to be confused. One is that we're people pleasers and wanting people to like us and wanting people to be happy. The second one is our pride. We're afraid we're going to lose face. And all of that is really wrapped up in the third one, which is fear. So many times we know exactly what we're supposed to do, and we don't do it out of fear. And then the day 9 was be relentlessly optimistic. Again, that's another kind of no-brainer. However, do some self-assessment there. Are you an optimistic person? If not, this is a muscle you can work on. Day 10, have a growth mindset. That's what we talked about yesterday. And we talked about Carol S. Dweck's book, Mindset. And I gave you some really good stuff yesterday. Go back and listen to that on whether or not you have a closed mindset or a growth mindset. Okay. And we all are guilty at some point of moving along that spectrum of having a closed mindset versus a growth mindset. So there's some really great stuff in her book and in yesterday's episode. So if you didn't hear yesterday, go back and listen to that. So that's a really cool wrap up of our value-driven professional series. We're going to move in tomorrow to a series on leadership, and we're going to do I'm going to show you some stuff from Business Made Simple on mission statement that's going to blow your mind. I went to business school, guys, and nobody ever talked about the mission statement the way that it's taught in Business Made Simple University. So it's going to blow your mind, and please tune in and check out the leadership series starting tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Daily Business Podcast with Mitch Alverson. If you got time, please subscribe to the podcast and consider rating and reviewing the show. That way, other people will find us. By the way, I really love to hear from you guys, so please email me at mitch@3advisors.org with your feedback or questions. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Business Podcast with Mitch Alverson.